Here we are at Principal Park in Des Moines, and it's a out and about with Jamie Grout Shortcast. You can see the field. It looks like it's in great shape, ready for the next Iowa Cubs ball game. And I am excited to be here with Peter Brooks, who is in charge of media relations for the Iowa Cubs. And we're going to talk about Iowa Cubs baseball, their season so far, and some of the promotions coming up here. And Peter, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
I'm excited to be talking to you, and you come from a legacy of media and broadcasting, and we touched on your grandfather and your dad, and we won't expound on that too much in this broadcast because that's on the podcast, but just so people know, his grandfather is Bob Brooks, who did play-by-play for Iowa Hawkeye Sports for a number of years, and his dad is Rob Brooks, who does play-by-play for Iowa women's basketball and has done sidelines for Iowa football for a number of years. But you're in charge of media relations. You have no interest really in doing any play-by-play. You're happy doing what you're doing, media relations for the Iowa Cubs. Tell us about your job, Peter.
Yeah, so first of all, I love being with the Iowa Cubs, and hopefully I'm able to be here a really long time, and the people here are fantastic. We have a fantastic organization. Day to day, I write the press releases for the Iowa Cubs. I write the game notes. I coordinate all the interviews and work with all the media in town and kind of serve as a liaison between anything that goes on in our clubhouse and the front office. So it keeps me busy day to day.
I was going to say, this is a busy time of year for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a busy time of year, usually March through September. It's really, really busy.
And for those who don't know and are just watching, how are the Iowa Cubs doing this year?
We're playing really well. You know, we kind of have a stacked team. A lot of prospects and a lot of guys that are now on the Chicago Cubs that were contributing here just maybe a month or two ago. So it's a fun place to be, and it's a prospect-filled team.
Well, that's fantastic. Prospect filled, and a lot of guys getting called up. Does it ever get frustrating for the Iowa Cubs with all these players that are getting called up to the big leagues and whatnot? We're going to lose our good players and whatnot.
Well, that's kind of the thing I tell people is, when we have a big-time prospect come to us, I say, hey, you might want to get out and see them soon because they might be in the big leagues in a matter of weeks here. So, but no, it's not a frustrating thing. I'm always happy for the player. That's obviously the goal is to make the big leagues, and I kind of get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look of the preparation that goes into every single game. So, I'm just happy to see the hard work pay off.
And that's one of the things we talked about in the podcast, too. You were saying you wouldn't be surprised if you saw the Chicago Cubs go to the World Series this year.
Yeah, I mean, they have a stacked team, and the front office has done a really good job of putting that team together, and the players are playing well. So they're meshing right now, and I think the sky's the limit.
And if, you saw any of these players play at Principal Park, you can say, I knew him when, right?
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Like a lot of people in Des Moines got to see the Chris Bryants and the Anthony Rizzos of the world before the Cubs won the World Series in 2016. So maybe that could be something that you're seeing now.
That'd be fantastic. Tell us about some of the promotions you have coming up. I've heard Jeff Angelo and Dwayne Murley talk about a promotion you have coming up tomorrow. This is being recorded on Friday. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, the Barbecue and Brew. It's a event we have here at Principal Park. It'll happen in a parking lot. It goes on from 12 to 4 Saturday. It's just an event where you can go around, taste all the barbecue and sample beer and have a good time. Hopefully the weather will be good. It looks like it's going to be hot.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. It's put on by the Iowa Pork Producers. And then your fireworks that you have every Friday night.
That's my favorite promotion. Friday night fireworks. It goes on every Friday here at Principal Park, and we'll have a big fireworks show on the 3rd of July after our game here. That'll be our holiday fireworks show, and have a citizenship ceremony before the game, and then the holiday fireworks after.
All right, fantastic. And let's talk about the folks you have on your staff here. Give a shout out to some of those folks, because I know it takes a team effort here at Principal Park to get everything off the ground, as they say, and get going.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, you could give an individual shout out to everybody on our staff. Everyone works really hard and is really passionate about what we do here. And we're passionate about giving the people of Des Moines family fun here at Principal Park. And I'll give a shout out to Sam Burnaby, who's our general manager, who has been around the game for 40 years and knows the business as well as anybody. And also Randy Wayhofer, who's our assistant GM. And he used to be our broadcaster, media relations guy. And he's been around the game for a long time. He started in Burlington, or he's been in Burlington anyway. And he has the answer to every question. So that's an impressive thing, I think, because I don't have all the answers.
I think it was the Burlington Bees, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. And then the legendary Vida Blue, who unfortunately passed away a while back, played for the Iowa Oaks
Yeah.
years ago before they became the Iowa Cubs.
Yeah, and every once in a while on Thursdays we'll wear Oak jerseys.
Oh, is that
yeah,
right?
We will, and they're really cool. They're light blue. Yeah,
That's cool.
It's a good look.
Well, a guy who is a legend in Iowa broadcasting, Van Harden, who is a hero of mine, became a A's fan because of the Iowa Oaks.
Oh, yeah?
And so he's always following the A's, and we always talk about that. And I know I came here when I was just a kid, and it was the Iowa Oaks, and it was called Sec Taylor Stadium back then. So before I make myself too much into a fossil, let's get back to you and talk about baseball. Has baseball always been your thing, Peter?
Yeah, it's always been the game for me. A lot of people growing up that I was around were basketball, football fans, but I was always a baseball guy. My little brother was a big baseball fan, but he kind of transitioned. He was a football guy. He played football at Iowa for
did he?
For a little bit, yeah. And he's a track guy now. So
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Did you play baseball yourself?
I played baseball through college. I played at Mount Mercy, so I played for Jack Dahm, who was at Iowa and now is at Mount Mercy doing really good things. It's a good program.
You gave a shout out to some management here at the Iowa Cubs. What about your coaches that you have?
Yeah. I have to give a shout out to Marty Peavy, who's been here over a decade, and that's not the type of consistency you see a lot in minor league baseball, and he's awesome to work with. Our whole coaching staff is really awesome to work with, and great people, and obviously they contribute a lot to what will happen up with the Chicago Cubs, developing guys and getting those guys that are playing here ready for the big leagues.
Fantastic. Now, if people want to order tickets to see the Iowa Cubs in action, how can they go about doing that?
Yeah, call our ticket office or call the Iowa Cubs, email the Iowa Cubs. We're always available.
And you have all these boxes available for rental if people would be interested, or their business interested. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun here at the ballpark. And I didn't really mention this during the podcast, but one of the things that people really like is, especially in the minor leagues, is that even if you're not really into the game, you guys do so much to get the crowd involved between innings too.
Yeah, of course.
And it's so much fun. But if people want to rent out one of the boxes, how would they go about doing that, Peter?
Same as tickets. Just call the Iowa Cubs. We'll get you transferred to one of our amazing sales reps, and they'll hook you up.
How can people access your Facebook and website?
Oh, easy. Just search Iowa Cubs either on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We'll pop up.
All right. Peter Brooks, a pleasure chatting with you today. Media relations guy here at Principal Park for the Iowa Cubs today on Out and About with Jamie Grout, Shortcast. You like my shirt? It's very flowery. I watered it just this morning. Thanks for joining us today.